So here's an example problem. We have a balloon at 2.05 liters and 20.0 kilopascals. What is its new volume at 15.1 kilopascals? And this is where guess comes in really, really handy. Okay, guess, that's your given. You need to rewrite what is given. Well, I know 2.05 liters is given, so I'm going to rewrite that down there, 2.05 liters. However, I don't know what 2.05 liters is. It's not telling you what 2.05 liters is. So I have to go back. All right, what has units of liters? Oh yeah, that's volume. So that's my volume at the start. So that's V1, 1 for the start. Okay. And it has 20.0 kilopascals. Okay, that's another given. Good, I can just write that down here, 20.0 kilopascals. But again, it doesn't tell me what kilopascals is. So I gotta go look on my unit sheet and go, oh, kilopascals is pressure. Pressure 1. What is its new volume? Okay, that means it's gonna be a final volume. V2, that's what I'm looking for. So that's my unknown right there, my new volume. V2 is equal to something. And do write that there as a something so that it reminds you what you need to do. What units will that have to be? They're not telling me. Oh, but units have to match. So volume start is liters, then volume end has to be liters. So just like when you do stoic and you wrote down question mark in the units, same thing here, question mark in the units. Okay? And it's at 15.1 kilopascals. And I know from looking up before that 15.1 kilopascals has to be a pressure. So that's my end pressure. Be very careful when you read it. The volume isn't 15.1 kilopascals. So you really have to look at those units there to make sure that you're seeing if it connects or not. Volume is in liters. Pressure is in kilopascals. So we now have our given. We know our unknown is we're looking for volume. Okay? And then our equation is harder than when we did the gas triangle because we actually have to figure out which equation it is. But that's okay. We still have a triangle. The PVT triangle. Now, do I have any temperatures? Did it ask for any temperatures? Nope. So I'm not going to be dealing with the temperature. So that means my equation has to be P1 V1 equals P2 V2. P times V. Okay? And that's how you can remember what equation you have. Okay? When they're on that same line horizontally, then it is going to be times. Okay, but we're not dividing by any temperatures because we have no temperatures. So P1 V1 equals P2 V2. Substitute P1, 20.0 kilopascals. Okay, so that one's done. Now I need times of volume of 1. Volume of 1 is 2.05 liters. My volume 1 is done. Then equals, and then pressure 2. Pressure 2, 15.1 kilopascals. Times volume 2. And that's where I don't know what that is, so I'm just going to leave it as V2. Okay, and now I'm going to combine like terms, so 20 times 2.05 is 41, and that's kPa times L. We don't get rid of the units until we get to cancel them. Okay, and equals 15.1 kilopascals times V2. So now I have, oops, sorry, let me shift that up. Okay, so I substituted in P1, V1, P2, V2. Then I combine like terms. I didn't get rid of those units because there was no place to cancel yet. And now I want to get V2 by itself, so I'm going to divide by 15.1 kilopascals. We divide by the units too, because that way we can cancel the units. Okay, that cancels, and I'm left with just V2 on the right. Kilopascals cancels on the left, so I'm automatically going to be at liters, which is what I needed for volume 2. So now 41 divided by 15.1. And that gives me 2.7152 liters. And then always double check, oh yeah, volume is in liters, so I know I'm on the right track. Now I just did the substitute and I did the solve, but my last step is sig figs. Okay. So how many sig figs did I have to start? I had 3 and 2.05. I had 3 and 20.0 because anything with a decimal means those trailing are important. And I have 3 with the pressure. So that means my answer has to be 3 because we always put it in least number of sig figs. 1, 2, 3, 2.71 liters. And I'm boxing that answer and I'm done.